from Unearthed Film. It's Jeff Daniels in the Grand Tour. This is from Unearthed Film's Unearthed Classics line. It is I believe the 11th, the 11th film in that line. Also, the first movie Unearthed Films has ever released is PG-13. So that's first. You look here at the packaging. What you get here, you get the Timescape title sequence. Apparently, it's released as Timescape on DVD at one point, but I never actually heard of this one till this release came out. Basically, you got a group of time travelers that are traveling around, jumping around and watching like tragedies unfold that have happened, like the Hindenburg or whatever you pronounce that type of stuff. And they show up in his town and they use like his little hotel house thingy that he's got to stay in. And of course, he becomes suspicious of them and eventually figures out what is going on. And they kind of let him know something's going to happen. And one of them tells him to leave town, which the other one doesn't appreciate. But he does not, and stuff gets in the way, and tragedy strikes. And then on top of that, some more tragedy strikes. So this leads with him having to find a way. I don't want to spoil all this, but he finds a way to go back in time. And thus, that is the Grand Tour. It is you probably don't want to think about it too much when you start doing the time travel and stuff, because they kind of try to cover their tracks a little bit in the movie, because like the main guy with the time traveler is kind of like, time isn't as fickle as we thought it was. You can't step on a butterfly and cause like great catastrophes in your own timeline or anything like that, which is kind of an easy out when you're doing a time travel movie, so that way you ain't got to like worry about such things as logic. But it's solid. I greatly enjoyed it. There is the Grand Tour disc, and of course, if you want to, you can take it out and you can use the other art for the Grand Tour, which I may flip it out. I don't know. I ain't decided yet. But Jeff Daniels is funny in this when he needs to be, and he's serious when he needs to be, and as silly as the whole thing can be at times, I found it to be highly enjoyable. And it's a little bit strange for an unearthed film. I think maybe they put it out because it's a good movie, because it's not very unearthly, if that makes sense to you. Like, there's not a lot of graphic violence or anything of the sort. It is really, as far as I know, like a controversial film. So it's probably just the first time that they put out something that they put out just because it's a good, solid movie. And I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Definitely something that I would recommend to friends of mine to watch. And if you like time traveling things, it's good for that too. Probably the best release you're ever going to see this thing ever get, unless Unearth starts doing 4K releases in the future. But it's 1991. Like I said, when it came out originally, it flew completely under my radar. I'd never heard of it. But it's got the little girl that's in Jurassic Park playing his daughter. And so that's kind of cool. At least I think that's the girl from Jurassic Park. If I'm wrong, don't roast me too bad in the comments. Nifty little slipcover. Clear case, which I'm a fan of, so anything besides the blue cases here and there. And like I said, if you've never seen it, I recommend it. So check this one out. It's got a little bit of suspense to it. It's kind of like a little bit of a puzzle at first, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. And then when things start flip-flopping around, it gets tense. So highly recommended.